China, U.S. debt and support for Ukraine are the issues that are dominating the Group of 7 finance ministers' talks in Japan. The G7 nations are aiming to send a signal to China this month by announcing joint efforts to combat alleged economic coercion. Officials are still wrangling over how tough the message to China ought to be. The U.S. is advocating a stronger stance against Beijing, but European countries want to focus on coordination and general warnings. The heightening risk of a U.S. debt default, which could jolt financial markets, could overshadow the 3-day meeting. U.S. President Joe Biden has already signaled the possibility of canceling his trip for the Leaders' Summit next week if this is not resolved. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has warned that the global economy is at risk.
Default would threaten the gains that we've worked so hard to make over the past few years in our pandemic recovery, and it would spark a global downturn that would set us back much further. It would also risk undermining U.S. global economic leadership and raise questions about our ability to defend our national security interests.
Our leaders are also discussing ways to support Ukraine and to put more pressure on Russia to end its war, with Japan pledging to mobilize $1 billion to help nations around Ukraine accept refugees. Ukraine's finance minister was also seen participating online in the first session of the G7 talks.